Hey, 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 dear divine humans, HUEMANS. Welcome to today's, it used to be called the Daily Divine. Um, it's tea time, Thursday, and it is spiritual tea time, and there is a lot going on to support our shine because you know what? That is what we're here for. So it's really funny. As I often say, I get nervous every time I'm guided to hit go live or not so much record, but certainly go live because, like you, I am in the thick of the energies that we are all dealing with, all navigating. And this is a bright new beginning for all of us in love. And you'll notice today, or you may not have noticed, if you haven't, I'm back on the kick today. It was a threefer in a row of The Power of Love by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Check it out. It is a beautiful song. It speaks to my soul. And it is what we are here to grow. And it is through that, the recognition of that essence of unconditional love that we each are as a heart of source. Where was I going with that? It's what we're here to grow. And it's what leaves with us when the Merkaba, our vessel of flesh, our light body, transcends or transforms back to the spiritual. So before I get too woo-woo, a very warm welcome to any of you who may be new, and of course a warm welcome back home to all of you who have been, moving through it with me for a while. I'm so grateful for your dedication and devotion, your courage, in your daily life. It's truly inspiring. So thank you for being a seed of inspiration in my life. 222. Simply because you trust your intuition. You trust your inner vision. We are the visionaries, the evolutionary visionaries, the revolutionary visionaries. The sacred fools, the jesters, we're all of it. And it feels so good, actually. I'm feeling pretty good. So at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our greatest and highest experience of love in this lifetime. Woo! Yes, 313, the time of birth. And so today, as we can connect, so there's nobody here live currently, and that's okay, because this is collective energy. We're going to dive into the astrology of it all. We are now, October 2nd. Libra season 2025. We have our coming Aries, our annual Aries new moon is coming up on Monday, the 6th of October. And it's a big time we've got the full moon, which is, evident. We can see the moon waxing in the sky. It's growing to fullness, the full moon illuminating. Aries, it's this new beginning energy, the sacred fool energy, very masculine. Okay, so I'm going to dive into, we're going to just start right again from Libra season, because I have pages and pages of intuitive, guidance that has come through over the last couple of days. And this morning, a lot came in, and I didn't even realize how much had come through yesterday. So we last connected on Tuesday live. It was the last day of September, and now we're 2 days into October. And there has been I'm having a hard time finding the words. A tangible, a palatable is what I was going to say, but we're not really tasting the shift. It's like there's been a definite shift. And Libra season is about relationships and partnerships. And Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus has now moved into Virgo. We've just had our Virgo new moon, and some people will say eclipse season is over, and yet that was a new moon. So it seeds the whole next lunar cycle. So over the coming few days, we're going to have the moon continue to wax to fullness in the sign of Aries. I was guided to write about Libra season, karma complete. Divine justice is now being served. The old may not want to release. And you and I, we're the warriors, we're the seekers, we're the ones that continue to show up where others may admit defeat. Not you and I. No way, no how. Not at this stage of where we are playing on the evolutionary spiral of the eternal soul as the temporary human. Oh, Lisa, I know. So the old may not want to let go, may not want to release. They see our glow up. They feel the shift. And, you and I are the lucky ones because we are feeling things and we're taking action accordingly because we are here. The power of love. It's all about love. It's a force from above. It's a force from below. It feeds our soul. We are here to grow, and we are here truly. And you know what? We can have the conversation about it on the other side, perhaps. It doesn't matter if you disagree. It doesn't matter what we disagree with. What matters is the seeds, the intention of the seeds that we are sowing while we are here with our little bare feet tapping on the earth. I need my bells today. I think the bells are coming with me to work today. It is Friday in my world. Yay. So although the old may not want to release its hold, we must be the ones willing courageously to let go. And if you have let go and cleared and, cleared a new pathway, you've healed for yourself, there's no going back. I can safely say there is no going back. And victory is assured when we stay the course of our heart, when we continue to grow our faith. And we do that by acts of love toward ourselves. Don't give up. That song always comes in every time I say don't give up. I think it's Kate Bush. So we must let go so we can continue to flow and grow in the newness of love. And the newness of love is not found outside of ourselves. I mean, ultimately, the dream is to have the experience, and I feel ready, and I trust that many of you feel ready as well for connection from a space of true divine essence, of unconditional love. And love, again, it's so hard to put into words because love has no conditions, right? Love just is. And we can love people that we don't even know. Someone asked me that many, many years ago. Oh, how can you say I love you, blah, 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 to, here on YouTube or on social media or anywhere to people you don't know? Well, on a soul level, we do know one another. And I do love you. There's no doubt about it. So can we continue to show up for ourselves in these so this morning what came through is this energy that we're in. So we've got Jupiter and Chiron squaring off. There's a lot going on and I'll get to it, but one of the energies that messages that came in, the 3 C's of clearing, or perhaps it's 4 C's: chaos, confusion, and conflict. And we are the ones who have to clear through all of this. And hopefully you've been doing it. I trust you have, or you wouldn't be here. And especially if you're someone that continues to come back and hang out with me, you're doing the work. We're doing it. So of course there's no going back. And So we're really swimming within the newness of love, and we're being asked to allow our cup to overflow. Like, don't hold back. Hey, Miss Kiva, welcome. Hi, Lisa. She says, yes, bring the new partnerships in Libra season. I'm ready for it. Balancing the scales. We have balanced. We have learned the karmic lessons. We have cleared the karmic debts, and all for what we have always known was destined and meant for us. Even though we didn't understand and nobody around us gets it and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm excited because I know in my bones that love wins the day every day. Love isn't about being perfect. It's like, I love you for simply being. Yes. And I wrote something down today, and it was really interesting. I hadn't thought of this in a while, or like this. Guilt is, we feel guilty because we've done something wrong. We know we've done something bad. We feel guilty because we're not living in alignment with our soul's truth. And shame is a whole different beast, right? Shame comes from way back then. It's like not being good enough. I'm wrong. Something about me is bad. And many of you, I trust, like myself, have had to clear through a lot of shame. And we have done a tremendous amount of work since, I would venture to say, March of 2023. And, that's really interesting. That's Pisces season, where we always have the Virgo full moon, 11:44. And so I just want to say again, give yourselves a pat on the back. You've come a long way. And we've only just begun. Karen Carpenter. I'm on a Carpenter's kick. Her voice is so sweet. It just, again, another music speaks to our soul, right? We are here as a unique note of the divine. It's like a string. We are like a string on the cello of the divine, or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Cello, don't they sit like that? And so at this time of transition, we are being encouraged to continue to trust and honor our inner vision. Keep going. Don't give up. The best is yet to come. Because our inner journey, you and I know, it's the inner journey that's more important than the external, than the outer, right? The acquisitions, the things that we have, that kind of stuff. It's the inner work. I mean, I'll go to my last breath believing that all of the inner work is the most valuable work that I've ever done in this lifetime. So we can talk about it again on the other side. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm good at that. So, can we balance what we are, like a balance being and doing? We're human beings, HUE, and we're so busy doing things that it's almost like being human has, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be human? It's a good question. And can we align, and we must in our personal experience, can we align in the middle, which is our spine? It's so easy, right? It's so easy. It's our spine. We have Pluto in Aquarius saying to expect the unexpected and encouraging us to continue to cleanse. Can we experience both the fullness and the emptiness of life all at once? And somewhere over here, I had written something else like that. Anyways, we'll get there. We have Mars and Scorpio squaring off with Pluto. And the message that came through for that is that we must sacrifice our old life if we want to experience the new life that is moving us deeper into the feeling experience, deeper into the partnership, the relationship and connections. And many of us spend a lot of time, perhaps our guilt, our shame, this especially shame, came from within the family. And so you and I are the visionaries, the one within that 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 family who is here to break free, to clear the biofilm, to go forward and be the one that, lives your dreams, knocks your own socks off. Never mind knocking other people's socks off. Let your socks be knocked off. And actually take your socks off and allow yourself to feel the love and support that we share with Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is so gracious in her ability to offer stability and nurturing for us to let down our guard and to kick off our shoes and boots and nurture and heal through our roots. And it's not an overnight process. It's a long journey. And, the last 3 decades solid in my life have been this like vision quest, the inner vision. Who is lisalyle, the one living in skin, who feels such a deep, deep connection to a source that I can't see, I can't touch, and yet maybe I can go out there and hug that tree, right? I can see the beautiful, like the leaves blowing on the breeze. So it's all how we see. It's like the eye of the heart. I remember years and years ago, maybe 15 years ago or so, I was into playing with pastels again, and I drew this picture, and it was just an eye, and then the pupil, and the pupil was a heart, and it was like very, very childlike. And I remember showing it to someone, and that was their comment. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you drew that, Lisa?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, it looks like someone in kindergarten could have drawn it, or, they mentioned a child who was very young. And I'm like, I know exactly. It's for her. It's for her. So can we see the world? Can we see ourselves through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the heart, and give ourselves a break? And if we're playing within this energy, it's especially shame. It's like, you are good enough. You did not deserve what happened to you at an early stage in life. And you are worthy and deserving of being here. You're good enough. Just the simple fact we exist. This is what I mean. We live in this time. And when I look external, it's like so crazy, right? It's like we're paying a government, some agency, to live here on God's green earth, and we're not having we're not doing very well at coexisting, right? It's always like a takeover. I want to take over. I want to, impose this on you, restrict freedom, knock it off. No way, Jose. Buzz off. Get out of here. That's not what we're here for. And that's what I mean. It's like it's between us and source. It's between us and God at the end. And if we're lucky enough to experience some level of enlightenment or continual awakening in this lifetime, because it's ongoing. It's ongoing. We'll never truly know, right? We'll never truly know what's on the other side until this body says, "Hey ho, we're going home." So until then, I feel strongly that we're meant to live as if we are worthy simply because we exist. And we don't need permission to think, to move through the world, when we're doing so aligned with our heart space, aligned with the divine. And, I'm just hearing, like we say, it's a fine line. It's really, how fine is the line between right and wrong? A child innately knows. I live in a state of skin, LOL, but I see you are the divine sees you. And, like, as you see me, it's just a reflection. We're all reflections of one another, regardless of our state of consciousness or awareness. to what's really going on. So can we find that space between where we can honor one another and honor what we see? We are moving into new realms of feeling and being if we allow our greater vision to be seen, if you will. And this is a time of visionaries awakening. It's also a time of refinement of relationships, and we're being asked to open to bliss. Can we do this? Because we are worth it. Life is a gift, and we're here to open to it, and we're here to open our gifts, God-given, source-giving, whatever you want to call this state of consciousness, Christ consciousness, worthy simply as a result of living. And can we live as source intended for us to live? October is about the harvest of our eternal soul's growth in the here and now. Love always wins. Love always wins. 2121. And the world is our playground, and the cosmos, the universe, is the oyster, if you will. Unlimited potentials that we are here to harvest. We're not here to be harvested. We're not here to have our energy siphoned and sucked away from us. No, no, no. That would be a life lived in vain. And that would be insane, wouldn't it? We are here to play and dance and co-create, create art, create music, create poetry, stories, good food. We're here for it all. We're here for it all. The rise after the fall. And you and I, we've all had many, many a tower moments in our life. 2222. And yet now we are building strong foundations based on the pathway of trusting and following our intuition. Even when we don't have the full picture, we can't see it. We're in the forest on the pathway and the sun's going down. It's getting a little dark and we may be feeling a little anxious. Keep going. Keep going. What else here? So I wrote that the Aries full moon on October 6th, Monday, illuminates the way of seated intentions from the Virgo season, from the Virgo new moon. What did we intend? Were we in the midst of a healing crisis or a healing breakthrough? Breakthroughs all around, everyone. Breakthroughs all around. And our mind may be, we may have the most profound thing we may come to understand is that our minds don't know everything. And, again, Virgo, self-flagellating, Virgo is so hard on themselves, not just the Virgo person. We all have Virgo in our chart. The Virgo energy is very hard, meticulous, right? I was thinking about that before I hit live today. I had to go make sure my closet doors were shut. Everything was in place. I can drive myself crazy. And that's usually how it goes. We drive ourselves insane. And so as we approach the Aries full moon on Monday, we may be feeling some adrenal fatigue. Those of you who were here Tuesday may recall that I had this big explosion in my face, which I really do feel was the jaw. Like the jaw was displaced. It was like this aggressive realignment, if you will, readjustment. And as the days go on, there's more and more ease through the right side of my body, interestingly enough. And, so our adrenals may be fatigued. Our central nervous system may feel a little bit in panic mode because we don't see. Go to the mother, go to earth, lay on the earth and allow yourself to, I just heard self-soothe. to calm yourself. Self-care matters. And we are the matter. We are the density here to release so that we become more and more free, more and more light. We're the Merkaba, the vehicle of light. And, Virgo, so that's Virgo personally. Virgo collectively is this psychological, healing the psychological crisis. I was guided to write, healing the psychological crisis, planet-wide. Lemon balm is really good for the adrenal glands. Healing the psychological crisis planet-wide. And we are only asked to do that from the space of the recognition through the eyes of God. Real eyes, realize the lies. And what we're seeing, external, resistance that persists ensures demise. And when I'm reading that now, resistance that persists ensures demise. Personally, because collectively there is a call for a pushback. Like, you're not taking anything more. We're not taking any more crap. You're not taking anything more from me. I'm calling my power back. And I just got really super excited because Zach is in the house. Hey, Zach, brother, how you been doing? I've missed you. Well, guilt. See, Zach, I'm not sure if you were here when I showed this. Guilt is, we feel guilty because we've done something wrong. We've done something out of alignment with the truth that we know. We're not in integrity. We feel guilty because we've done something wrong, done something bad. Shame is a whole different beast. And I really feel like that's where your energy lies, in the shame energy. So Zach says here, why do I feel guilty all the time for wanting to live an experience better than my mother ever got a chance to know? I know it may sound foolish, but I guess I wish she could have lived a better life. And Zach, the reality is your mother wants you to live a better life. A life half lived is hardly a life lived at all. And so you got to let go of the guilt, and that's all guilt. Your mother is at peace. Your mother is at ease in the spiritual realms, and this is why she continues to send you back here to me and to this space, because you resonate and you feel this truth. Your mother wants for your happiness, your heart's desire. Your mother wants you to live and experience your best life. And so you got to stop. You got to call your power back, because this is what your mom also wants for you. And so it's time, this is, again, the awakening, the healing, the understanding of our emotional pain leads to physical pain in the body and dis-ease. And, through the acknowledgement of the physical pain, once we recognize the physical pain and we start breathing into it, we begin to release the emotional stuff. And there's a lot of emotional stuff. Let's keep getting into, I want to go a little further here, Zach, and then tomorrow night we can dive deeper in if you have some time to join us here. I want to stick to what's here because it is a work day for me. So, but Zach, live your best life. And I'm so happy to see you here, brother. Thanks for showing up. And I hope to connect with you here tomorrow night. Don't forget, we have Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is about our safety and protection, our security, family, and it's playing into this time of now, Libra, partnership. We were all born into a family. Some of us may have not felt like we fit so much within that family. And yet, of course we did, even, and all has been for purpose. This feels like the friends are the family we choose. And so it feels like we're at choice points and we're energetics. Everything's working towards us to bring in new connections, new greater family units. Jupiter in Cancer is the medicine for the human, the essence of our soul. We've got Mercury opposite Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. Mercury is all about communication. Mercury's in Libra and Chiron is in Aries. I think until tomorrow, October the 3rd. And there's Mercury squaring Pluto, which is in Aquarius, until October the 8th. We have Mars in Scorpio. Mars, the co-ruler of Scorpio and Aries, god of war. It's about our desires, the inner fire, desires, actions, and instincts. Pluto is stationary right now to move direct. And so this can bring feelings of upheaval, emotional upheaval. Remember, we're in that eclipse window still, because we had the solar eclipse with the new moon in Virgo 2 weeks ago, right? So we're still there. Virgo, healing breakthrough or healing crisis. We choose. So stay positive, stay optimistic. We have Saturn and Neptune swinging between Aries and Pisces. Can we trust our instincts? Can we keep going? What if the movement is taking us another way? How do we navigate these quick changes? Because the Aries full moon is illuminating the intensity of polarities, the fundamentals of being human. What are the fundamentals of being human? Perhaps let's chat about that a little bit tomorrow evening. The fundamentals of being human. Well, you and I have every right to be here. We are worthy to be here. We deserve all good things simply because we exist. Simply because we exist. So we are in this timeline where we're being asked, what are the fundamentals of being human? It's a historic time. History or historic times. Divine feminine rising, the divine feminine staying focused, that eagle-eye vision, knowing what is meant for us is ours already. Feeling love in the moment, feeling the love and connection of the counterpart, the masculine that supports our rise in solar power. Solar power. Grounded, nurturing each and every hour. Take a stand, speak up, transform. Mother Earth is our home, and are we feeling safe and protected? Are we feeling safe and protected on our home, in our homes? Only you know. Or are we feeling rejected and divided in our homes? We all know. Real eyes realize the lies. Not popular. Cray cray. It seems about these days, the difference between a conspiracy theory and actual, truth. A few months, 6 months, maybe a year. Where are we? How are we doing? How are we doing? There is an energy of the awakening of the sleeping giant. You and I waking up, taking a stand, remembering who we are, moving mountains. Not so much with our mind, moving forward from our heart with faith, growing the garden, growing the garden, the food we want to eat. Awakening the sleeping giant. What is missing? What has been missing? The essence of the sacred feminine. Loving, intuitive, compassionate, nurturing. creative, receptive. I just heard the word obedient, and I'm a resistant to that. And yet I'm saying it because there ought not to be resistant to be obedient to our heart, to be obedient to source. Because again, at the end of the day, we live on this planet where man has made up a lot of dumb rules. If we all lived and nurtured one another on the pathway of divine truths, the child innately knows the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. May need some guidance and direction along the way, yes, of course. And lots of encouragement and play. And a lot of times shame comes from someone else's guilt. Our shame is born of another's guilt from the very earliest experience in this life. Our shame is born of another's guilt. So we have nothing to feel guilty about being who we are. Remember, so I said, what is missing? The essence of the sacred feminine. And remember, those of you who are southpaws, lefties, will remember at one time being left-handed was deemed evil. Right? They used to do not so nice things to the children who were left-handed. It was like they were a witch or something like this. And in truth, the left is the side of the feminine, receptive. So isn't it interesting how, and again, the left is the feminine, receptive. It's been demonized. If children were left-handed, they were forced to be right dominant, aggressive, another's will imposed on the child. 13 is another number, another number or essence of the feminine. Demonized, bad luck, bad luck. Not good. Oh my gosh. 13, divine feminine, Mother Earth, Pachamama. This is where we're coming back to. In truth, the feminine is receptive, compassionate, giving. And many of us in the feminine form have really overplayed the masculine. And as a result, a lot of masculine, a lot of men have been emasculated through the feminine connection with the feminine. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. We'll get back there. So we have Venus in Virgo, and Virgo's the sign of service and devotion, and Venus is the planet of love, the current within the ocean, and so this is a time of soul sourced inspiration, and in order to source the information of the soul, it's like pay attention to the guidance, trust your intuition, and acknowledge the confirmations that you're receiving because we're seeing it. Or you can continue to delve and play within the energy of Black Moon Lilith, which is in the sign of Scorpio. She's very at home there, and she's all about the shadow. And we could say Lilith is the original divine blueprint of the feminine, perhaps. I don't know. It's something to think about. So can we acknowledge our own shadow and darkness? Because again, we're at this time, the intensity of polarities, the fundamentals of being human. We're not robots. They didn't put, I'm not made of tin and screws. Flesh and bone, blood running through my veins, a mind of my own, 2 feet of my own, 2 hands of my own, a heart that beats my own, same as you. So we have to address, and if we're not addressing, you will feel it's important to address now because we're coming into, we're Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and we're, moving towards the end of the Gregorian year. If if you're not addressing what's coming up for you, the upheavals, the emotional stuff that's coming up, then it's going to be like you're in the proverbial dunk tank, you know. You're going to keep going down and down and down, and the bubbles, coming out of your nose, panic, trying to catch your breath. Address what's coming up for you. Come on, because honestly, no one else can do it for you. You can go to as many shrinks or counselors and therapists and this and that, healers, watch as many videos as you want. If you're not going to roll up your sleeves, pick up the pen and paper, do the nitty gritty, the work, I'm sorry for you. Ow. And now I'm sorry for me because Tristan ow, come on up. Yeah, we got to do it. It's not it's painful. It's not nice. And yet, nobody else can thaw the ice within us that's accumulated over, layers of shame. And then, the layers of shame, at some point along the way, we began to make choices and decisions for ourselves where we did things where we, ultimately felt guilty because we know we weren't, aligned with our truth. We did things that were wrong. We perhaps caused harm. Stop flagellating yourself, Virgos. Get out of the head. Knucklehead. Noogies. Knuckle sandwich, whatever. So Lilith wants us to address our shadow if there's stuff coming up. The shadow and the darkness of our own trauma. Jupiter is squaring Chiron. Jupiter is about expansion, enlightenment. Jupiter is over there in Cancer. Safety, security, family. And so this is supporting us to cleanse. I'm seeing like a syringe of antiseptic being flushed into a wound, flushing a wound. Jupiter and Chiron, the wounded healer, Chiron over there in Aries, where we're having our full moon. Chiron and Aries, and those who are like my vintage, we're having our Chiron return. Big time. Big time. And for us to heal the deepest wound, to make the breakthroughs, because we are the visionaries. Right? We are the revolutionaries. We are the ones here to forge a new path, forged in the fire of our heart's desires. Oh, I like that. And Jupiter wants us to expand and chase the rainbows and, delight in the unicorn. And as I'm saying that, it's like, I used to go, oh, unicorns, how silly. And, really, it's just the symbolism of our intuition, trust, heightened intuition, the spiral of grace. It's not a race. Last night, I kept having this vision. It's so silly. I love it. So I was having this vision of 11, and in the center, a 0. So 11 is like soulmate connections, twin soul connections. 11 always represents the gateway. You and I are the gateways. And so this morning they made me draw what I was seeing. So you see it over there, the 11 and the 0 in the middle and the spiral in the center. And it's like the two gateways coming as one. It's like this reunion energy. And it's as a result of the wound healing that we've done in our own homes. And now we may be feeling, because we've done so much clearing, we may be feeling this resurfacing of like a childlike love, which is so pure in its essence. It's so beautiful. True love, real love, source love is so beautiful. There's like absolutely no conditions. No conditions. We were born for this, born for living. This is an interesting flip. Now we're going to go here. 666, the mark of the beast, man-made, right? So everybody that's wanting to be digitized, yeah. The mark of the beast is the man. Man is the beast. The beast, the deceit. You know, we are the ones here taking that 666 and flipping the script. Spiritual consciousness, elevating here in this lifetime. So 666, mark of the beast, man. 999, script flipper, womb man. She takes a stand for all humans. Yes. At the end of October, we're having a comet pass by. I don't know what the comet's name is. You know, these comet events are like once in a lifetime events, right? So a comet's passing by at the end of October. And a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of energy. It's back to like 1999 and all these other things. I think the rapture was a few days ago or a week ago. I missed it. But it's all of this hype within the hive mind. And personally, when a comet passed by, what I'm feeling for this, so the question was, what does it mean for us? I wrote the question. The comet's passing by at the end of October. What does this mean for us? And the message that came through was highest good, morals, ideals, not idols. No more idol. Play on words there. Ideals, idols, and idol. IDOLS. Saddle. Are we going to ride saddle or bareback? The track is ours. The track is clear. Saddle or bareback ride. Slip or slide. Float or glide. Evolution of spiritual consciousness. We are the sacred reset. And the reset is about movement. The two pillars, the 1111 and the 0 in the center, the reset through divine connection, the reset of divine connection, sacred union, sacred reunion, sacred leadership. Do you believe what you know, all the things that you know and all the wisdom that you've acquired in your spiritual journey? Do you believe in any of it? And if you do, act accordingly. Wishes and dreams do come true. God wants to prove it to you. Visionary, revolutional reset. This is the time we're in. We're in a time where the visionaries, you and I, are the revolutionary ones who are resetting righteousness, restoring righteousness to the human, you and I, living as skin. Be the chalice. Be the chalice. We are the chalice. Aries, you know, the ram, the bull, the cup over the head. Spirit is pouring into us all the time. What we're seeing externally is this rise in extremism. Left, right, wrong, whatever. Extremism is reflective of the loss of soul. Because you and I know it's about the center line. It's about being aligned with the divine. And all of us are responsible along our spine. We have been led outside of ourselves for too long, like the cattle to slaughter. It's time to, I'm hearing something, restore the energetic of pestle and mortar, like co-creating with the divine. We have everything we need. So extremism equals the loss of soul. To the roots, loss of soul. To the roots, we grow through our toes. Spiritual warrior of the heart, how beautifully you go. You are free, you are free, you are free. Not a slave. You were born free. Child, remember, disassembled to be reset and reassemble the sacred geometry that eternally lives as the essence of soul. Spiritually, you know, GNO. Grow and let go. And again, it's not easy, right? Jupiter is about our enlightenment, our expansiveness, spirit pouring into our cup. And Chiron is about our wounds, the wounds, and they're painful. The wounded warrior. Mercury is playing there. I forget where Mercury's at. Mercury is in Libra. Yeah, so Mercury is in Libra. It's about communication, honest communication, revolutionary, visionary communication, feminine resurrection, order restored, divine balance, masculine and feminine. Again, clearing chaos, confusion, and conflict. And it's intense. And I wrote intense, get off the fence, take a stand. So after I wrote intense, get off the fence, this message came through. Seek the silver lining. You are shining. Embrace passion, love in action, the joy of discovery, rediscovering joy. Weavers of life, living waters of light, reflections of stars at night. Shine bright, harmonize with the universe. And so that's amazing. That is amazing. And that's just the astrology. Like, that's just what's going on, the unseen support. We only see a little bit of what's going on in the heavens, right? And I heard someone say the other day, as below, so above. Right? So beautiful. We're here to sow beauty and love and transform. We're at this stage of conception. This came out for us the other day, the Tower, and then Universal Love came out, and I shuffled the cards for myself yesterday, and look what came out in the middle. Birthing. We are at the conception point, and we are giving birth to the energy, the essence, the expansiveness of universal love in the here and now, soul love in the here and now, supported by the angelic realms, supported by the spiritual. And we are each the chariot here to roll forward, rolling, rolling, rolling down the river. So let us not just dip our toe in, let us dive right in. Because, the fun has just begun. We've only just begun. I'm going to have a look at these. I love you too, Zach. Lemon balm. Yeah, lemon balm is great for the adrenal glands. Thank you, Zach. Yeah. And, a lot of the women, like our mother's age, or like my parents were born in the 40s. And so Kiva says here, she feels what Zach is saying. And she talks about her mom's generation that grew up in the 50s. Men and women had prescribed roles that were often totally not right for them. I regret my mom didn't live a happier life. And, that is all a result of, again, if we go back to when a child is born and nurturing that unique child, giving that child space to be, creating a safe space where the child knows they are free to be who they are, be creative, be unique. And our parents went through a time where there was a lot of raw external forces pushing, right? And then in the 60s, the feminist movement, which was detrimental to family, to women, and to men. It didn't serve anyone's except pockets of those funding that type of movement. And we see similar movements today. We are here to be the peaceful ones, to move, to clear all the disruptions, to clear all the like conflicting energies. And, we do, just biologically, as being born women or men, we have specific roles. Women were better at some things than men, and men are better at some things than women. And it's really, we got swayed away from that. And that's why we're at this point of these over masculine women who have emasculated men. And it's very sad. And it's been going on for a long time. And again, we must remember, instead of wishing that someone could have lived a happier life, know that they celebrate us for doing the healing work, for making the breakthroughs and changes that they were unable to in their lifetime. Native wisdom, we're here in service to 7 generations before us and the 7 generations yet to come. And so we are the ones, as the essence of eternal soul, here now temporary as a human. So the most important work we can do is go forward and live our best life, because that's what our loved ones want for us. Don't wish they had a better life. Don't they? We all have soul lessons, right? We all came with specific purposes. And so it's like, instead of looking back, let us look forward with the visionary eyes of God that beat as our heart. We see the world through our heart. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, now is the time for authenticity. And there's this big push. I don't even know what AI is. I mean, I know what AI is. I've never used it. I don't want to use it. Something interesting, though, a couple days ago or last week, I mentioned about having a spiritual conversation with one of the supervisors at work who we hadn't engaged before. Well, yesterday, like Wednesdays, we're in the fish tank together. And he said to me, and a little shyly, I would say, he's like, I don't want to sound, he goes, I don't want to sound weird. I don't even remember how he said it. It was like, I don't want to seem strange or anything. He goes, but I just wanted to say, I saw you on YouTube. And I was like a little bit embarrassed, I guess, or a little bit like taken aback, not embarrassed, but I don't really go out there and announce like that I come here and do this. And he goes, keep doing, like, he liked it. And, and he was encouraging to keep doing it. And, and the real connection, real light shining from his face and his eyes. And it's really nice. And it's, that was taking me back to the AI, because I was like, isn't that so strange? Because, I'll find things on my phone. My son works out of province, and he works in a French province. And so through like social media here at home, like there's French ads and stuff. And I said that to him. I said, isn't it so weird? I said, it's probably because our phones were close to one another or something. And, and then I pop up on his thing, and he probably didn't even know what my full name was. And then, he probably saw my face pop up on his YouTube. So anyways, I'm all about authentic. Forget AI. Let's be the authentic intelligence, because we are. As we clear away all the sludge, as we clear away all the layers, as we flush that deep wound, eternal wisdom flows through us. Memories, recognition, soul recognition, inner vision. Yes, Zach's mom is very happy. She's happy he keeps coming here too. She's just saying, get to it, Zachy. Get to it. Heal. It's time for you to live your best life. Yeah. And if you look too far outside of yourself, Zach, so Zach says, yes, he has to remember his right to remember his happiness and right to progress. And if we look externally, we've progressed so far as humans, right? We've so much progression. We're all so smart that we're really gotten to a point where, like, we do have a right to progress, and the external forces, the digital, the artificial, wants to stunt our progress. That's happened long enough. I'm sorry, you and I are not here for that. 10001. We are the reset, the sacredness. And it doesn't have to be anything big, and it's just honoring who we are. And so I feel, because I didn't do a Whimsical Wednesday yesterday, I was guided to bring 10 of Wands, responsibility. I'm going to pull a couple cards, get some messages from our inner child, and then we're going to wrap this up. Kiva likes my quote, forged in the fires of our heart's desires. I got to write that down. Forged in the fire of our heart's desires. That's a good one. Thanks to my team. I don't know where I come up with these things. Astro tea time. That's what we'll call it. Hey, Milo's 2 divine masculines in the house. It's my lucky day. Oh my gosh, I can't believe my good fortune. Welcome, brother. Colleen, welcome, Colleen. Blondes dyeing their hair to black is AI. Sorry, had to crack that joke. Yeah, like, honestly. So let's just tune in to our sweet little child within, the girls and boys that live within us, and, know divine truth, know love. Let's tune into them and see what they'd like to share with us today. Actually, they're saying go to this deck first. So as I always do on Wednesdays, it's the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. It's a big one. So let's just all tune in here. Good morning, fellas. I like that. We are the good fellas. We are the family. All right, let's tune in. Oh, you know what I'm just feeling? From the child within, the message that's coming through is you're all grown up now. It's time for you to be the superhero in your life. Oh, that's so cute. I liked Wonder Woman. I think she was the only one I really connected with, I guess. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Wow, everything's delightful. Our magical little bracelets on. So great. We're guided and protected. Okay, so we're guided and protected as we move through this initiation. 9, the initiation is deeply trusting ourselves, deep healing, and reconnection with all. Confirmation of everything that's come through here today. And so that's beautiful. And I see that dolphin, dolphins, playful, highly intelligent, really ancient is what I just heard. And you can see like the roots growing up from the blowhole there. And this feels like a rising up, a resurrection, perhaps from the waters of dark moon Lilith there in Scorpios, those deep scorpionic waters. And, I have found Scorpio, what I'm hearing is like it can be one of the most deviant signs of the zodiac. And that is, with Pluto co-ruled with Pluto and Mars, and then Black Moon Lilith at home there in Scorpio. This is like, the deep emotional waters, like perhaps like the deep, dark secrets that no one was ever going to know. Well, it's time to keep going, let it go, and continue to move forward, trusting and having faith in yourself. You are healing, and you are definitely reestablishing connection to the source of unconditional love. And what we're called to do is ground and breathe and look from the blowhole. Oh my God. From the blowhole. No, I'm not calling anyone a hoe. From the blowhole. From the blowhole. I know sometimes my mind is like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, so immature. And whatever. I like it. So from the blowhole, we are born. new life is born, and we feel grounded, and we're feeling new sensations. We're honoring the purity of our heart. We're gaining clarity because we've cleared the chaos, confusion, and conflict. So we're gaining clarity, and we're finally freely communicating and expressing ourselves as an emanation of source. And don't forget to integrate. This is a missing step. We must integrate. We can't stay up, as Frank used to say, you can't stay up on cloud 9, honey. Why? Ground. And yet grounding ourselves is how we move through the world, feeling at ease in our body, walking through the world as peace. And that's so funny. So 9, the hermit, the self, the journey. We're in a universal 9, wrapping it up via breathing. 2, high priestess, trusting and honoring our intuition, standing on our own 2 cute little feet, right? I don't know. I kind of have hobbit feet. So standing on our own 2 little feet, drawing up nourishment, mustering up courage, and integrating. We're the cup that source is ever flowing into, integrating, bringing all this down. Number 7, because we are the chariot. Here, we're being asked to move forward into the newness of love, the blessed new beginning. Forgive self and others, reunion, let go of defenses, open the door. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Did I not say, and I was jump off the fence? Where was that? Oh yeah, intense, get off the fence. Defense, let down your defenses. Defense. What is that? It's a basketball thing. I guess if you're a basketball fan, you know what it is. I just defense. It's silly to me. Anyways, crystals. Slow and steady wins the race. You are making progress. Divine feminine, turtle, the essence of the feminine Christ, resurrection. And the masculine is rising too. And the masculine also has wishes and dreams he would like to see come true. It's all here for us. We are the pot of gold chasing rainbows. We are the rainbow. We're all of it. So let's get a couple of the Oceanic Tarot. Just get a couple more cards here, maybe one. We'll see. Trust your heart. Deep trust, right? Even when we don't see the full picture. We have a vision, yet we don't see the full picture. Can we live in faith? Can we continue to trust? Chariot, movement. Even if it's slow and steady, it's movement. The chariot, instead of getting in the chariot, acknowledge that you are the chariot. 3 of Wands, motivation, spiritually inspired, soulful inspiration. The high priest, the divine counterpart to the high priestess, wisdom. Number 5, change, not easy. Yet, whoa, wow, I like this. Not easy yet. Then we got this old sweet King of Cups coming in with an offer, proposals. Let's see where this goes, is what I heard. A cup of love coming in, because we are receiving, we're receptive. It's time for feminine to allow herself to sit in the energy of receptive. And this will support the balancing of the masculine and feminine within the skin that lives and breathes as you. Connected to the swan. Yeah, I'm raising a Scorpio. I don't know many Scorpios in my life. I've known a few. I had a really good friend in high school that was a Scorpio. He was a sweet fella. He was a sweet fella. And yeah, my son is loyal like no other. And yet, like he's got a stinger that can hurt. And yeah. So, anyways, everyone, I hope something here resonated with you today and has helped you out. And supported you, and let me know. And thank you, Kiva and Zach and Milos and Colleen. Am I missing someone? I feel like I'm missing someone. Thank you all for showing up in the live and engaging. I hope you'll all join me here again tomorrow night, probably around 9-11. I think just doing that. If anything, the earliest it would be 8:45, 8:44. But come back here tomorrow night. We're going to pull some activation cards and heart and soul oracle cards for everyone here tomorrow night who is subscribed to the channel. And I will do what I love to do and bring through some intuitive messages for all of you. And until that time, I would encourage you strongly to get out there and be the beautiful chariot that is you. I see you, I feel you, I love you. And I'm here to remind you that wishes and dreams do come true. 11111. You are worthy and deserving of everything that you have envisioned and imagined for you, and you will receive exactly what you feel you are meant to receive. So until tomorrow, everyone, I see you, I feel you, I absolutely love you, and currently I am eternally grateful for your presence in my life. You are truly a drop in my cup of love. And I'm so delighted that you find something here supportive. And with that being said, take care, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.